Et salut à tous, c'est RedKov, on est là pour la réact de la 5.4 du programme spécial de la 5.4 de Genshin Impact, auquel on va voir un peu les nouveautés et tout, même si je sens que ça va être un tout petit patch, sachant déjà que la vidéo dure à peu près que un peu moins de 38 minutes.
Close your eyes.
Il y a un petit chat en bas à gauche.
Now inhale nice and slow.
Mizuki, donc le nouveau personnage qui va arriver.
And let it out. Relax your shoulders. Picture yourself enveloped in the soft embrace
Bon oui, ok.
of your troubles and mind.
La SMR c'est cool, mais non merci. Mais... Oh, de retour à Inazuma. Let's go. Oh, avec une sorte de team léger. Oh, on a Miko. D'accord. Avec Kito. On a Shinobu. Oh. Et le nouveau personnage. Je pensais qu'on avait droit à une petite chambre. Le drama. Oh, Shogun. Ceci avant chez le Shogun. Oh. Pas tout dans le monde réel. Oh. Continuation de la guerre. Ah ouais. Ouais, pour Shogun Raiden, elle va péter un câble quoi. Les décors sont stylés hein. Oh, avec Shogun. Oh, incroyable, le combat à deux. Moonlight and Misery. Oh, avec Miko et Shogun Raiden, ça va être banger. Je dis spécial programme 54. Le premier code, mais ça a l'air fou, hein. Donc avec Mizuki, on a une sorte de cauchemar qui arrive à mélanger rêve et réalité. Sachant que Shogun Raiden, bon, c'est pas comme si elle a vécu une vie heureuse et tout. Mais là en plus on va combattre avec elle contre ce nouvel ennemi. Franchement ça a l'air banger de fou.
Speaking of Mizuki, does everyone remember to the version 5.4 special program? I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
And I'm Kai.
We meet again, everyone. Although this time a mysterious voice guided us here.
Yeah, that must have been Mizuki, right?
Yes. And speaking of Mizuki, does everyone remember Isa Bathhouse? It's one of the businesses near Tenshukaku.
Oh yeah, I remember talking to the owner. Apparently, the inspiration for the business comes from Netland's hot springs.
Well, Mizuki happens to be a major shareholder of Isa Bathhouse.
Major shareholder? Wait, there are tons of rumors about her. I heard she returned from abroad to put Miko out of business. Oh,
Miko en faillite. What?
Let me guess. She used to sneak into Grand Narukami's shrine to pour hot water on the sacred sakura, or that Isa Bathhouse is coming out with a promotional duo to compete with Miss Hina?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I heard.
Those rumors are a bit misleading.
What? Okay. So, what's the truth?
Well, first, we need a bit more context. This is Yume Mizuki.
Oh, I love the sound of her name. And look at her outfit. It's like a combination of a kimono and a maid uniform.
Yeah, it incorporates a few fusion elements, which makes sense for someone who often travels abroad.
Elle est de type anémon.
And she has a tail.
Bon, après,
Does
ça se
that
voit.
mean she's a yokai?
Yes, but don't worry, definitely a friendly one. Mizuki is a Yumekui Baku, a type of yokai that use their powers to eat people's nightmares. She also
Manger
happens
cauchemar
to be
des
a
gens.
clinical psychologist.
Hold on. Clinical psychologist?
Je sens qu'elle va être
Yeah.
support.
Maybe that's kind of
Je la vois
hard to
mal en
imagine.
combat, genre
Here,
DPS.
these anecdotes should help paint a better picture.
Let's see. Mizuki once treated a warrior who returned from Night Warden Wars. After consuming his nightmare, she passed out for several days. Sounds like that nightmare didn't go down easy.
Definitely not. Certain nightmares are difficult for Yumekui Baku to digest and can
D'accord.
even become poisonous. The nightmare of a warrior who has seen the horrors of the abyss, it's too intense for the Baku to consume directly. So, as a psychologist, that's where Mizuki comes in. She uses clinical methods to help her patients reach a point where their nightmares are safe to consume. If the Baku tried to intervene without those methods, in terms of consequences, passing out is only the tip of the
Mais
iceberg.
qu'elle prenne la bière.
Wow.
Donc peut-être même la
Baku's
mort,
job
la
is a
folie,
lot
ce
harder
genre de
than I
trucs.
thought.
Yeah, but Mizuki
J'espère
doesn't
qu'on
mind.
aura un peu ça
To
dans
her,
la quête
consuming
Arcon
people's nightmares
ou
is
la
what it
quête
means to be a Baku. It inspired her to travel
d'histoire,
all around Tibet, learning everything she could about
personnages.
psychology. That's what makes her practice so unique. She combines her clinical knowledge with yokai power.
Oh, I was wondering how she encountered a warrior from Natland. So, she's a traveler too.
Yep, in addition to clinical methods, she also uses hot spring baths, music, and
Il y a de
incense during
surchaud
the
d'amuser
treatment
l'ensemble pendant le
process.
processus. D'accord.
Actually, travelers can even check out Isa Bathhouse for themselves.
On peut
With
des
the
fois les bains
relaxing
d'essai.
hot springs and delicious
Pour ça,
food
quand j'ai vu,
offerings,
je fais un
you
petit
can
truc de
bring
bain.
your stress and you'll leave refreshed.
Nice. I wanted to ask though, the incense we just saw looked like it was from Sumeru. Has Mizuki been there too?
Yes, Mizuki has contacts all over Tibet. In fact, we can introduce a few right now.
Oh,
Ok.
Mizuki and Malani know each other.
Mizuki et Malouani
Wait a
sont
minute.
amis.
Across from
Ya et
Malani's
Miko, ils
shop,
sont
I
amis
remember
d'enfance.
seeing a new
Et
business.
Kokomi,
The
ils
announcement
sont
mentioned something
partenaires
about a hint of sakura,
commercial, je
touch
pense.
of purple. Could it belong
Des
to
co-
Mizuki?
Elles sont
Good eye.
collaboratrices.
That's Yume Mizuki's cozy corner, and it's about to open soon. Mualani even ordered a gift to congratulate Mizuki on the opening.
Wow, I had no idea those two were so close.
And speaking of business ventures, Mizuki is also
Dans une
working
prise
with Kokomi
commerciale,
to
ouais.
open another branch of Isa Bathhouse on Watatsumi
Celui de
Island.
Watatsumi.
Another one? Jeez, does she even sleep?
Well, nothing's set in stone, but if it works out, she'll be able to help even more people suffering from nightmares.
Okay.
Donc ça
So
fait
it
qu'on aura
sounds
peut-être
like
des events
Mizuki
avec
is just
Malouani,
really dedicated to
Kokomi.
her work. Those rumors get
Parce que là, pour l'event avec
completely wrong.
Miko, on va l'avoir avec nous,
Yeah.
donc ça, c'est
People will take
compréhensible.
the smallest
Après,
piece
peut-être
of
il y aura un
information and
event
let their
pour faire
imaginations run wild.
des
The
mini-jeux
truth
où il
is,
y aura
Miko
Malouani.
and Mizuki have known each other since childhood, and there's a slight rivalry between them. After all, Isa Bathhouse and Yai Publishing House both offer an outlet to unwind, so in a way, their
Je sais pas,
markets
ça,
overlap.
bah oui.
But they're definitely not trying to put each other out of business here. Someone else is guilty of that, and Mizuki is the one being targeted.
Wait, what's going on?
That's something travelers can find out for themselves in
D'accord.
Mizuki's story quest.
Donc
Take
voilà, il y a
your
une quête d'histoire pour
Samniator
Mizuki.
chapter. Before we get into it, there's two quick things to note. First, travelers can earn
On peut gagner
extra
des
level
matériaux
up
de mise à
materials
niveau
for
supplémentaires pour
Mizuki
Mizuki
by
en terminant
completing
sa
her
quête.
quest.
D'accord.
Second, starting in version 5.4, keys will no longer be
Ok,
required to
ne seront
unlock
plus nécessaires
story
pour dévoiler les
quests.
quêtes d'histoire. Let's go. Oh,
That
putain.
should make it easier to
C'est pour
spend
ça
time
que
with
ça fait
our
hyper
favorite
longtemps qu'on
characters.
n'a pas eu de
Yep.
quête et
Now,
tout
let's take a little sneak
depuis
peek
Natlan.
at Mizuki's story quest, shall we?
Parce que
Who are these two? Oh wait, is that the promotional duo from the rumor?
Parce
You know,
que
Miss
c'est vrai
Hina's
que les
competition?
clés, ça pouvait être
No,
très
not
long.
even
Quand,
close.
quand un moment, ils avaient
These
tellement
two
enchaîné
are
que les clés, c'était
therapists who
trop
work
chiant.
with
Et,
Mizuki at Isa
et là,
Bathhouse.
le fait que ça
The
fait
shorter
hyper
one
longtemps, on
is
n'avait pas eu de
actually
clé.
the
Et
older
bah, en
of
fait,
the
c'est
two.
pour enlever ça. Donc, ça, c'est
They're
cool.
polar opposites in terms of personality, though. So, as you can imagine, they also have different approaches when it comes to therapy.
Donc là, on a deux
All right,
personnages.
let's take a look at the next picture.
Whoa, those round little guys are so cute.
Il est
Yeah,
accompagné de,
that's what
de
Yumeku
12 personnes qui
Ibaku
travaillent
look like
pour
when they're
Mizuki.
young. With a little training, they'll be able to turn into human form one
Ah,
day.
d'accord, parce qu'il ressemble à ça de
Okay.
base. Donc,
Now I
Mizuki
wanna know
ressemblait
what
avant à
Mizuki
ces
looked
trucs
like when she
tout
was
ronds là.
little.
Well, with a little luck, you might just get the chance. And speaking of luck, to many people in Inazuma, encountering a little Baku is a sign of good luck.
Because it means when you sleep that night, your nightmares will be gone?
That's right. But in Mizuki's story quest, travelers won't need to rely on luck to experience Mizuki's treatment for themselves.
That sounds pretty lucky to me.
I guess you're right. Okay, on to the next picture.
Whoa, what is that thing? It looks very unsettling. And did I mention dangerous?
You're not wrong. Mizuki and the traveler have a few crises to resolve in this quest. So,
oui.
I think this is a perfect time to check out what Mizuki can do in combat.
Oh, elle peut aller sur l'eau.
Is it time for our session?
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
In battle, Mizuki waves her fan to unleash
besoin de produire
refreshing
des rafales de
bursts
vent.
of wind that deal
Fait
animal
des dégâts
damage.
animaux.
Her elemental skill weaves memories of beautiful
Oh.
dreams and causes her to enter the Dream Drifter state.
Whoa, that looks so fun.
Ça, c'est bien pour
Yeah.
l'exploration.
The Dream Drifter state is one of the key ways Mizuki works with her team to defeat enemies. In this state,
Ah oui, quand elle fait ça, ça fait des attaques automatiques. Les ennemis proches, incroyable.
Increases swirl damage for the entire party. Unlocking the talent Bright Moon's Restless Voice can even extend the duration
Prolonger
of
la
the
durée
Dream
de
Drifter
l'effet de
state.
Drifter.
Mizuki's
Ah oui.
elemental burst pulls in nearby enemies and summons a mini Baku
Attendez.
tape. Mizuki's elemental
Prolonger
burst
attire
pulls
les
in
ennemis
nearby
proches.
enemies and summons a
Il
mini
invoque un
Baku
mini
to the
Baku
field.
sur le terrain.
This mini
D'accord.
Baku creates
Il crée des
Yumemi-style special snacks that can be picked up by party members.
Vérifié par les
Picking
membres
up
du
the
groupe.
snack has two different effects, depending on the HP of the active character. If the active character's
se perd un
HP is
certain
above a certain
pourcentage.
percent, picking up the snack will unleash a
déclenchera
Moonan
une onde de
shockwave
choc
that
qui
deals AoE animo damage to
dégâts de
surrounding
zone aux ennemis
enemies.
environ.
If their HP is below a certain percent, picking up the snack will restore an amount of
Restaurera
HP.
une quantité de PV,
If the
d'accord.
snack remains on the field for some time without being
Voilà.
picked up,
En plus,
it will
ça récupère bien.
explode and deal AoE remains on the
Attendez.
field for some time
Pour un certain
without
temps
being
sans
picked
être
up.
ramassé,
It
ouais,
will
il explose.
explode and deal AoE animo damage to surrounding enemies.
Whoa, so Mizuki looks after her teammates in multiple ways.
Definitely. Mizuki's gameplay has an effortless feel to it. Like I mentioned earlier, Mizuki increases swirl
Dégâts de
damage for
swirl
the
pour l'ensemble.
entire party, which gives us a world of possibilities when it comes
Matière
to
de
team
composition
comps.
d'équipe. Ah ouais,
All
bah
you need are
Furina.
characters whose element reacts with animo. Use them
Réagit
to
avec
apply
animo.
elemental effects to
Ouais, bah
enemies.
ça c'est obligé. Donc pas
Then,
d'autres animaux
when
dans la
Mizuki
team.
unleashes her elemental skill, she can target enemies with ease as she hovers above the battlefield.
Donc mettre des,
With her
ouais, les
animal
trucs de
vision,
Furini.
Mizuki
truc
takes her
de
teammates'
Furina,
skills to the next
de
level
développer au
by
niveau supérieur en
increasing
augmentant les
swirl
dégâts du
damage.
tour.
And when the time is right,
Avec des
you can
effets
unleash your elemental
qui
burst
restent
to give
sur le
your party
terrain.
members an added edge in combat.
Okay, I see what you mean now. There's definitely an ease to her kit. She works in so many different teams.
Ouais, elle est
Oh,
dans beaucoup de
I should
teams.
mention another cool thing about her abilities. When Mizuki is in your team and a party member consumes a dish with restorative
C'est un plat
effects,
des effets
there's a
apparaisseurs.
certain chance for the dish to be heightened.
Le plat
Now,
est
here's the interesting
intensifié.
part.
D'accord.
The
Ah oui.
higher the friendship level of the character consuming the dish, the greater the chance of triggering
Donc ça c'est
that
niveau
effect.
d'affinité en fait.
Okay, I
Okay.
think I see where this is going.
It all comes back to her profession. The more you interact with a patient, the more you understand them. And in the end, the more you can help them. So, in other words, the higher the
Au niveau
friendship
des
level,
motivés, meilleur
the
il est
better
fait.
the
D'accord, ok.
effect.
Donc ça c'est par rapport à la
I want
boost.
Mizuki in my team as soon as possible.
Then let's get into the version 5.4 event wishes.
Au souhait
In the
d'événement la
first half
version.
of version 5.4, we'll have event wishes for
En première
Yume,
moitié, donc, on
Mizuki,
a elle.
Mizuki, and Sijuin.
Et si jouer.
A
Ok.
new 5-star catalyst, Sunny Morning Sleepin', will also be featured on the weapon banner. I should also mention that after the
Après la
version
mise au jour, la
5.5
5.5.
update, Mizuki will be added to the
Ah,
standard
elle est
wish
mise sur la
banner.
bannière perma,
Oh,
donc
nice.
ça
Another
c'était par
character
rapport
on the
aux
standard
rumeurs.
banner who can help with exploration.
Exactly.
Bah ça fait autant
Plus,
garder,
like we said before,
autant pull
Mizuki
pour la
enhances
perma en
scroll
fait,
damage.
et tenter de
So
l'avoir.
she's a flexible unit that can fit into so many teams. As long as you have elements that react with Animo, you're good to go.
Right, you can't really go wrong, which means
Parce que
you
franchement
don't
s'ils
have
la
to
mettent dans la
stress.
perma,
I'm always down for that.
autant
Totally.
garder ses
If
primos
you're
pour des
interested,
vrais persos
be
de
sure to
bannière.
check out her banner in the new update. Now, in the second half of version
Deuxième moitié,
5.4,
oh, Furina
we'll
de
have
retour.
returning event wishes
Avec
from
Rio
Furina
Sesley.
and Risley.
Furina,
Awesome,
sachant que j'ai
I've
son
been
arme,
waiting for them.
à
Yeah,
moins que je
me
tente
too.
la
Okay,
C1.
that's it for the event wishes.
All right, next up. Oh, looks like we have a message from Ayaka. Let's take a look.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while. I hope you're well. I wanted to tell you about an upcoming event in Inazuma, the Mikawa
Le
Flower
festival des
Festival.
fleurs, ouais.
If you have some time, perhaps you could join us for this grand occasion. I know Brother and Toma would love to see you. And I feel the same. In fact, I hear the Shogun and Lady Gucci have special plans in store. Of course, your participation will make the event all the more special.
Huh. Ayaka mentioned the Mikawa Flower Festival. Why don't we go check it out?
Sounds good. While we head to the venue, take a look at the second redemption code, travelers.
Deuxième code, Mizuki 02212 Mizuki. Ah oui d'accord, on voit un peu les décors et tout. Ça a l'air très festif.
Welcome back, travelers. We now come to you with a special segment of today's program. The Enchanted Tales of the Mikawa Festival,
Festival
jointly
Mikawa.
sponsored by Yae Publishing House.
On aura
and
une arme à
Ice of
gagner,
Athos.
A
une
century
lance.
ago, the Mikawa Flower Festival
Et
was an event where all kinds of yokai gathered
intérieur
in
de raffinement.
celebration. But now the
J'imagine pour
festival is
l'arme.
open to humans and yokai alike. Preparations are already underway for the upcoming iteration of the Mikawa Flower Festival, set to take place at the foot of Mount Yogo on February 14th, 2025.
Oh, hey, that means it's been over 2 years since the last Mikawa Flower Festival. Do you still hey, that
Place at the foot underway for the upcoming iteration of the Mikawa Flower Festival, set to take place at the foot of Mount
Le
Yogo
14
on February
février.
14th,
Donc le
2025.
Oh, hey, that means it's been over 2 years since the last Mikawa Flower Festival. Do you still remember it, Kai?
Of course.
Oui.
Ayato's
Le
test of
14 février.
courage feels
Parce que
like it
normalement
was
le
just
programme spécial ça
yesterday.
devait être
I
pour
still
la
remember
semaine
playing
pro.
Akisu
Donc
Yuge
après, bah,
on
2
the
semaines
beach
après,
and
le
bonding
12
with our
février.
yokai
Donc le
friends.
14, les
I
C2
really
jours,
had fun during
machin.
that event.
Yeah, I remember thinking, if a game on the beach is this fun, imagine what a full-blown Mikawa Flower Festival could be like.
Et oui, il y avait
Yeah,
déjà eu un
looks like
festival
we
des fleurs.
finally have the chance to find out. But it's not just for
Je crois
yokai
qu'il
this
était
time.
petit.
That's
je m'en rappelle
right. The Shogunate
longtemps.
is finally organizing a celebration for humans and yokai to enjoy together.
It's a joint effort in every sense of the word. There's so much to look forward to. So let's give travelers a sneak peek at the
plus. Donc ça c'est le gros
festivities.
event
Wow, things are looking lively already.
du patch.
Yes. These are the participants in the 48-hour game development competition.
Ah oui, donc,
Wait,
on
so they
retrouve,
only have 48 hours?
Yo, Mia,
I think it would
la
take me that long
petite,
just to
je
come
sais
up
plus
with an
comment elle
idea.
s'appelle.
Yeah, that's why the
C'est
collaboration
pas
between
style
humans and
Saku,
yokai
Samu,
is
truc
so
comme ça.
important. With the help of
Je sais qu'elle a un
Akitsune
nom
Mio,
court.
certain yokai can now communicate in human speech, which means the game development teams have human ingenuity and yokai power on their side. The sky's the limit.
Wow, I can't even imagine what the teams are going to come up with.
Speaking of teams, let's take a second to introduce the contestants. And we can give an overview of their games while we're at it.
All right, take it away.
Ok, un petit aperçu
All
des
right,
jeux.
let's take a look at our first team, Mizuki, Gyobukoban, and Kokumi, and their game, A Little Fox's Daydream. Players will need to guide a little fox through different dreamscapes, collecting fried tofu along the way until you reach the
Ok,
ramen
le
stall
genre de
at your
jeu.
destination.
And if you make it to the final checkpoint, a very cute, very special little Baku will appear to congratulate you. Oh, but you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, okay.
As for the identity of the little Baku, I'll leave that for the travelers to mull over.
Here's a tip. As the setting changes between dreams and nightmares, make sure to watch your step. Otherwise, it's not a pleasant way down.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Ouch.
Alright, moving on to Sayu,
Ok, donc on a un
Kichiboshi,
petit
and
truc de
Yoimiya's team
plateforme.
and
Là,
their
qu'est-ce que
game,
c'est?
Bunshin Phantasm. This is a game that really makes you think.
Il faut
What do
vraiment
you do
réfléchir.
when the bridge to your destination disappears in front of you? Well, that's where the Mujina body doubles come in. The Mujina body doubles
Eh oui,
mimic
de
your
mettre,
movements, and you will need to use the mechanic to your advantage to
Ouais, voilà.
find a way forward.
This game has Sayu written all over it.
Ah
Making
ouais,
her
donc,
clones do all the work while she
prendre les
takes a
deux,
nap.
en mettre
That
un,
sounds like her.
mettre le
But
deuxième.
that's just my guess. Travelers will need to uncover the full story behind this game for themselves.
I heard the team is hard at work developing new stages and expanding on the clone
Ça va
mechanic.
être cool. J'adore
So,
les
there are
mini-jeux
even
comme
more
ça, avec
intriguing
énigmes,
puzzles in store.
du
Sounds
plateforme, etc. Le dernier, ça va être du
Those
combat,
last two
j'imagine.
games are new additions to the
De
festival,
nouveaux ajouts au
but
festival.
this next one might look a little familiar. It's a new and improved version of Akitsu Yuge. This time with a Mondstadt twist.
Une touche de
It's
monstre.
called Akitsu Harpastum, developed by Toma, Hitotsume Kozo, Yoko,
Ah oui, c'est ce truc-là,
Kappa,
ouais.
and Shose.
Okay, I think I can guess the mastermind behind this game. The Ludi Harpastum elements make it pretty clear it must be Toma's idea. He's from Mondstadt after all. And the break mechanic definitely reminds me of Akitsu Yuge. I can see the mashup.
Exactly. Plus, with Shose's yokai powers,
Bon, au
there
moins,
are
on a
even
trop.
special
Il n'y a pas un
effects
truc
this
de
time
combat.
that
Et ça, c'est
really
bien.
take
On
it
peut
to the
jouer à
next
plusieurs en
level.
plus. Ça
We
devait
should
pas être
also
cool.
mention Akitsu Harpastum can be
Mais ça
played
fait le mec qui a
solo
plus de
or
points de
in
vie.
co-op. So, you can put your skills to the test on your own or with friends.
As you can see, there are a lot of fun games in store. Maybe you even have a favorite already. If so, you're ahead of the game. Because in this competition, the winner of the award for best game is completely up to the traveler. The
Panthéon,
winning
je vois,
team
là.
gets to take home the Tanuki Game Award.
Waouh.
big
La
decision.
Tanuki Game, va
Definitely.
voir.
Now we only gave a brief overview of each game, so better to reserve judgment until you
Au moins, on n'a
experience the
pas
final
d'event de
product
combat, ça
for
c'est bien.
yourselves.
And of course, no celebration is complete without rewards. All you have to do is join in on the fun.
Donc ça, c'est pour
Take
avoir
part
l'arme.
in the various games to earn festival stamps. Once you collect a certain amount, you can exchange them for all sorts of rewards.
Nouvelle arme
including
d'Ast
a
4
new
étoiles.
4-star
C'est cool parce que les
co-op.
armes d'Ast, j'en ai
Wow,
pas
I'm
tant que ça.
so excited. This festival is jam-packed with activities.
For sure. Plus, you can always stop by Isa Bathhouse if you need a break.
Oh.
The bathhouse even made custom bathrobes for their guests during the festival.
Awesome.
Definitely.
C'est cool qu'au moins on voit
Yai
le voyageur avec de
Publishing
nouvelles
House
tenues
will
et
also have a
tout.
booth,
En
so
plus, il
check
profite
it out
bien
if
ce
you're
coquin.
All right. Before we wrap up this special broadcast, we have one last announcement. Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, will make a special appearance at the Mikawa Flower Festival.
Wow, the Shogun is going in
Ah
person.
bah, on
That's
l'avait compris que,
definitely gonna cause a stir.
Shogun Raiden est
But
venu.
wait, hold on. She's not just going for the festivities, is she?
Well, I heard she's coming to investigate a nightmare with ties to Mikoshi Chiyo.
Mikoshi Chiyo? Ah, you mean her Oni
Oh.
friend from all those years ago?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a rumor. We probably shouldn't spread that around.
No. You're right. That could be dangerous.
The Mikawa Flower Festival welcomes all
En plus, sur le
visitors.
passé de Shogun
human and
Raiden,
yokai alike. Whether
sachant
you're
qu'on
new
sait
to the
qui est
festival
son
or
ami
returning
Oni,
visitor, a competitor
voilà.
or spectator,
ça a été
there's
très
more
dur
than
pour elle
enough
de,
fun to
de,
go
de la
around.
perdre.
That's right. And with that,
We hope to see you there.
Ah ouais, mais en plus, putain, si le voyageur il profite un petit bain avec Shogun Raiden, Yamiko et Mizuki, il se met bien. Il se met bien. Asa Bass House. Ok. Et qu'est-ce qu'ils vont nous présenter après?
Festival is that we get to reunite with a bunch of old friends. It makes me wonder what some of our other old friends are up to.
yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one. That's exactly why the dev team designed this next event. Let's take a look.
Alors, Ok, on a Zongli.
いいところに来た。座ってくれ。
Travertel. Chapitre d'anthologie. Oh, donc on a Noël, on a Clee, on avait Amber.
モンドとはだいぶ違うだろう。
シャンリン、この匂いどうしたの？いい香り。食べてみて。次は渡積島の外を案内してくださいませんか？
Des nouveaux
This new version
escapades.
5.4 event is called Traveler's Tales.
Non, c'est un nouvel
Anthology
event, ok.
Chapter. Keep an eye out as you wander the open world. You might just spot some familiar faces, or hear
Oh.
some interesting news about them.
What an awesome way to reunite with our old friends.
Yeah, and get a glimpse of an average day in their life.
Oh, hold on. The map is pretty big at this point. Won't it be like trying to find a needle in a haystack?
Mais non, c'est affiché sur la
Don't
map,
worry.
bien évidemment.
Whenever there's news about one of our companions, their anecdote icon will appear on the map. All travelers need to do is head to the marked location to check it out. Once you complete an anecdote, the corresponding story will be recorded.
Correspondance
Complete
enregistrée.
a certain number of anecdotes to earn rewards.
Cool.
Oh,
It's
c'est
like a
sympa.
bunch of slice of life vignettes. Oh, actually, I think I just saw Zhongli buying light novels for Hu Tao. I can't wait to see how that turns out. This kind of mechanic has so many possibilities.
That's true.
So, if the name of the event is Traveler's Tales Anthology Chapter, does that mean there will be more chapters in the future?
According
y a
to the
moyen.
dev team, this is sort of like a trial run.
D'un essai.
They're hoping to refine the experience in the future after receiving
Parce que
feedback from
Travers Tales
travelers.
2 points.
Cool.
Anthologie
Now the
chapter.
open world has even more secrets to
Ouais, c'est
uncover.
cool. Moi, ça c'est cool
Alright,
de
let's take a look
d'avoir
at the
ces
rest
petits
of our
trucs, des
version
petites
5.4
interactions.
events. First up is a combat
Ça, je pense
event
qu'ils le
called
font par rapport à
Realm of
ZZZ
Tempered Valor.
avec
In this event, each challenge
les
is made up
moments,
of 25 floors of
peux comment
combat
privilégier.
stages. The level and HP of a
Attends,
is a
hop.
combat event called
Et
Realm
voilà,
of
l'événement de
Tempered
combat, il
Valor.
fallait qu'ils en mettent là.
In this event, each challenge is made up of
25
25 floors
étages
of
d'étapes de
combat
combat.
stages.
25.
The level and HP of opponents within each challenge increases as you ascend from floor to floor. Travelers must clear the stage within 30 seconds to move on to the next floor.
Sounds
Ça me fait
like an
penser
opportunity to
ouais,
test
tester
our
les
limits.
limites. Ah bah ça va
Yeah,
faire
for
plaire
sure.
certains de mes
Also,
followers,
if you
ça.
reach a certain floor in single-player mode, you can grant a buff to your friends.
Accorder un buff à vos
Of
amis.
course,
Oh,
your
c'est
friends
cool.
can also do the same for you. I should also mention there are
Fait un peu
different
penser à
ways
la
to
tour
take
sans
part
fin
in
de
this event.
ZZZ.
You can choose to take on the challenge solo or team up with friends in co-op.
Oh, ça c'est bien ça,
Whatever you
de
choose,
faire des
there
trucs
are
avec d'autres
ample
gens.
rewards to collect along the way.
Nice. I feel like
Ah ouais,
travelers
faire
will
9
really get
étages,
to
c'est
put their
énorme.
bills to the test in this event.
Encore plus long
Definitely.
les événements de
And
combat. hein.
speaking of rewards, if you reach a certain floor, you'll even receive an event-exclusive name card.
Oh, une carte de visite,
A
d'accord,
baby
exclusif à
Pepe's
l'événement.
sword punching
Donc
an
après
abyss
vous l'avez
mage.
plus.
So cute.
All right, let's move from the combat arena into the great outdoors. Invasive fish species have been spotted in the waters of Fontaine, and a rather peculiar individual who calls herself an unchained hunter needs our help. In Invasive Fish Wrangler, travelers will need to head to designated fishing zones to address the crisis. Travelers can take part in two different modes,
putain, le truc
co-op
de
mode
pêche.
and fish-off
Mode
mode,
coopératif
meaning you
et
can
fish.
either work together or compete against each other, while collecting
D'accord.
primal gems along the way.
And in the end, your efforts help Fontaine avert a major ecological crisis. So that's an added bonus. Plus, competing to see who can catch more fish is just really fun.
Yeah, if you are the first to catch the giant bejeweled unicorn fish, you can even receive a higher
Encore
score.
plus élevé.
Hold on. Doesn't this so-called Unchained Hunter look a little familiar? Wait, it's the same merchant who released Sumeru fish species into Mondstadt that one time. Wow, looks like she really turned over a new leaf. And speaking of familiar faces, another old friend will be returning in version 5.4.
Oh, Xavier.
That's right, it's Xavier.
Oh,
Xavier.
filmmakers smiled upon by the gods. What kind of commission is it this time? Another film?
Nope, not a film this time. A commercial for his sponsor. But it's not really a commission, it's more like doing something creative with an old friend. Besides, Xavier already shot the footage. All travelers need to do is edit it. You
C'est de les
can
monter.
totally
Oh,
make it
faire du
your own.
montage.
Make it our
Ah,
own.
le montage
But
vidéo.
What about the sponsor? Aren't there requirements?
When it comes to art, there's no right answer, right? Xavier said it just needs to be interesting. If the sponsor has an objection, Xavier has our back.
Wow. Okay, I like the sound of that. And it looks like we can use the same footage 3 times. That leaves a lot of room for creativity.
And feedback. The cast, crew, and sponsors of your commercial will be able to weigh in on your final cut. Plus, you can have multiple saves, and you can even share and showcase your work. I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with.
I think I saw Ito in some of the footage. Huh. I was wondering why he wasn't part of the game development competition. Looks like he was busy filming an ad.
Yeah, for Genius Invocation TCG by the looks of it. Which is
Non, pas le
perfect
jeu de
because
cartes.
we have some Genius Invocation news of our own. Automatic Artistry will be returning as a part of Heated Battle Mode in version 5.4. Travelers can look forward to new character and monster cards. In addition, Automatic Artistry will now have a concede button, making it easier to get a fresh start if a match doesn't go your way.
Ah, ça c'est
Updates
bien.
and optimizations have
Oh.
also been made
Avec
to
Gino.
regular Genius Invocation TCG, so keep an eye out.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow event is returning in version 5.4.
Oh, lui, il
Check it
revient
out
tout le
if
temps,
you
lui.
need Mora or character experience materials.
All right,
Dans
it's
XP
time for a
personnel,
few
ouais, ça
system
m'aidera un peu.
optimizations. In version
Ah, les
5.1,
optimisations.
a
Le
calculator
système.
was added to the crafting bench to make
Oui.
the enhancement process
Oui, et
easier.
d'ailleurs, il est
But
sympa.
the dev team thought that there was still some room for improvement. So, in version 5.4, travelers can look forward to more sweeping optimizations to the enhancement process.
First up is an optimization to enhancement material collection. In the training guide, you can now add level up plans for your characters. All you need to do is
Attendez,
set
chez
the
Manu,
training
peut
guide.
désormais
You
ajouter
can
des
now
plans de
add
mise à
level
niveau.
up plans for your characters. All you need to do is set your level up goals, and the system will display the materials you need as well as where to obtain them. In addition, once you set a goal, reminders of the required materials will be displayed in various
Ah, ça c'est
key
cool, ouais, ça
interfaces,
prévient pour
including
dire
the
si
adventure
je...
handbook, domain entrances, and
Ah
domain
oui, quand on clique,
completion
ils vous disent
screen,
combien il
and
vous
the
en
battle
reste.
pass
Ça, c'est
rewards.
bien.
And when you click on a certain
Ça, c'est bien de
material, you
dire
can see
combien
your
il en
collection
reste.
progress,
Parce
as
qu'à
well
chaque
as
fois, il
whether
fallait
you reach
retourner,
your goal.
regarder.
Nice. I like all the reminders. It saves a
Ça,
lot
c'est
of
des
time
bonnes
when you don't
améliorations.
have to do those
C'est pour ça que j'aime
calculations
les
yourself.
optimisations dans les,
Plus, the
dans les
interface
programmes
seems a
spéciaux.
lot more
Ça
intuitive.
permet vraiment
Certain common interfaces will now
de voir
display
les
your
bons
current
trucs qu'ils
resin
rajoutent.
count. You no longer need to exit to a separate screen.
Eh oui.
In addition, if you can craft a certain material, clicking on craftable amount will display the crafting
Quantité.
bench in your current region on the
Oh,
map, and you can click on it to teleport.
pour
The
téléporter,
character
d'accord.
list has also been
ça,
streamlined
oui,
by
ça a dû
reducing
être
the number
rajouté
of
bien
steps
avant.
needed to navigate the interface. For example, say you just obtained talent upgrade materials for Risley, and after upgrading his talents, you want to do the same for Sijuin. Now, when you switch characters, you can remain within the talent
Rester dans
interface
l'interface de
instead of
talent.
exiting
Ah,
to
c'est
the
bien
attributes
ça.
page. In addition, for travelers who play on PC and use keyboard and mouse input,
Ouais.
elemental icons have been added when scrolling through the character
De la
list.
liste des personnages. Oh, c'est bien
Travelers
ça.
can use them to quickly filter their characters by element.
Wow.
Oh, c'est
I'm
cool.
used to just
Ça peut
dragging
aider
the
pour,
character tab at
vous
the
savez,
top,
le-
but it can take a while when you have
le
a lot
théâtre.
of characters.
For sure.
Pour
The
voir
filtering
quel
icon
perso
in the
bien
lower
seul,
left-hand corner can
monter,
make that easier
s'il vous
too.
manque des persos.
Try it out sometime.
Cool, I will.
C'est
All
sympa
right,
ça.
let's move on to some optimizations to weapon filtering. After the version 5.4 update, you can now filter weapons by
Par
secondary
attribut secondaire.
attributes.
Oh, and characters now have recommended weapon attributes, which should be helpful if you're unsure which secondary
C'est bien ça.
attributes to prioritize.
In addition, an auto add button has been added to the weapon enhancement screen, making
Ça,
it
c'est
much
cool, ça aussi.
easier and faster
Ah oui,
to
parce qu'avant,
level
il
your
fallait
weapons.
sectionner un par un, c'était
Finally,
gavant quoi.
the Serenity Pot now allows you to quickly get
Rapidement,
in touch
contact.
with Tubby to handle all sorts of design business. Plus, you can now buy materials and craft
Ah oui,
furnishings
sans aller parler à
anytime,
Toby là.
anywhere, even indoors.
Comme ça, on
Nice.
l'entendra plus.
All right, that's it for system optimizations. Be sure to check them out in-game once the update goes live. Looks like we covered everything, which means
Là, c'est vraiment le petit
that's
patch.
a
quoi.
wrap for the version 5.4 special program. Anything you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for this. First, I've got to say, Yume Mizuki's design is absolutely stunning. I really love her way of speaking. Like, all of my
Right.
nightmares are just gonna say is that this update is also coming up with fresh new mechanics and inventing new rules for the game for making all of this.
Trying to make the game fresh and bringing new because I wonder what the inside thing, that allows you to explore even
Of that as well. Well, I suppose all there's left.
Est-ce qu'ils vont mettre un petit truc pour la fin?
How are you feeling? I used my voice to guide you out of. Now all your dream was very. Thank you for trusting me with it. Certain amount of fatigue is when.
D'accord. Bon bah voilà, c'était juste par rapport à ça. Mais ok, le programme spécial était en vrai sympa. Alors il n'y a pas grand chose. Il y a juste la quête d'histoire de Mizuki. Voilà, avec où on va affronter contre un ennemi avec Shogun Raiden, etc. Il y a Himiko qui nous accompagne. Donc là, donc ça, on a l'event, sachant qu'elle finit dans la perma. Donc je pense que pour la 5.4, je vais même pas la pool. Autant garder pour supposément Skirk ou un autre gros personnage qui a l'air assez fou. Mizuki, autant la choper dans la perma. Franchement, à moins que pour ceux qui veulent vraiment le personnage. Mais pour moi, je vais économiser. Donc là, en plus, ça fait que je peux me permettre d'essayer de choper l'arme ou d'avoir Arlecchino C1. Soit je garde pour avoir Furina, mais bon, je suis plus sur l'optimisation d'Arlecchino, vu que Furina, je l'ai remplacé par Citlali pour le moment. À voir pour le reste. Mais voilà, pour Mizuki, pour moi, autant la prendre dans la perma, on va pas s'embêter par rapport à ça. Donc ça. Mais après, ça reste sympa. Après, elle fait vraiment des trucs à Nemo comme ça, avec beaucoup de dissipation. Donc ça peut être vraiment très fort en vrai. Surtout comme ils disent, elle peut être dans presque toutes les équipes. Comme ils ont montré, Furina, ou d'autres personnages qui peuvent mettre des AOE, Electro, etc. Ou avec Bennett, Yankling, qui peut être très utile. Donc ça, le fait aussi qu'elle puisse, quand elle utilise son truc pour se déplacer, elle peut traverser, on va dire, une crevasse ou un trou. Donc ça fait que c'est plutôt cool pour aller de l'autre côté qu'au lieu de descendre un peu pour regrimper. C'est toujours utile. Et après, on a vraiment l'événement, le gros événement principal, le Festival Mikawa, qui va être plutôt intéressant, avec voilà, pas mal de petits events super cool à faire, peut-être quelques histoires, voilà, avec un event combat et l'event de Traveler Anthology, auquel on aura des discussions avec différents personnages du jeu qu'on peut retrouver un peu en se baladant, qui je pense ça c'est très fortement inspiré de Zenless, qui est un peu aussi ce petit truc là, et qui est plutôt cool d'avoir un peu d'interaction avec les personnages, voilà, auxquels on aurait apprécié d'avoir un peu plus d'interaction par rapport à ça. Mais voilà, c'est vraiment le tout petit patch. Surtout que voilà, quand on voit 38 minutes, alors que d'habitude ça dure 1 heure, 1 heure et demie le truc. donc voilà, j'ai pas grand chose à redire, vu qu'on a fait vraiment un peu le tour. Donc j'espère que la réact vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à lâcher un pouce bleu, à vous abonner pour soutenir la chaîne. Bien évidemment, si ça vous a plu, voilà, pour être au courant des prochaines actualités, que ce soit les jeux Oyoverse, les conférences de jeux, ou même mes let's play, mes démos, etc. Et dans la description, vous avez aussi ma chaîne Twitch, auquel je fais des lives, surtout n'importe quoi, et notamment les jeux Oyoverse, dont il y a les drops. Voilà, si vous voulez profiter des moments avec moi directement en live, voilà, n'hésitez pas. Bien évidemment, après il y a les autres réseaux, TikTok, Twitter aussi, je parle beaucoup de jeux vidéo, beaucoup d'actualités, que ce soit les jeux Oyoverse ou non. Voilà, je vous invite bien évidemment à me suivre sur tous les réseaux sociaux, ce qui pourrait être très pratique pour vous. Pour moi, ça me ferait plaisir, parce que ça me permettrait, ça montre votre soutien, et pour vous, ça peut être très utile d'être à l'actualité du jour, ou d'avoir l'interaction ensemble. C'est un peu le but de la chaîne en tout cas. Donc voilà. Merci à vous tous d'avoir regardé le programme spécial, la Réact. Merci encore à tous ceux qui soutiennent la chaîne, que ce soit sur YouTube, que ce soit sur Twitch. Moi, à chaque fois, ça me fait très plaisir et ça me motive de toujours continuer de m'améliorer par rapport à ça. Et voilà, donc je vous souhaite à tous une bonne journée ou une bonne soirée. Et on se dit à la prochaine. Allez, ciao ciao, des bisous et merci.